brother, end this altercation. What is it but relentless irritation? While I respect your wisdom and your years, though well advanced from mine, it yet appears there's limits to your powers of persuasion, and though I give you full consideration, I have other thoughts on how to treat a wife, and I prefer my own approach to life.
None approval.
Perhaps we'll find old coots like you may not.
You are too kind.
Well, if I must attend here without moving, perhaps you'll tell of what they're not approving.
Your anger borders on hostility, and often stems a friend's ability to help, without the sensual so opposed. Your arrogance extends down to your clothes.
Oh! Must I now be tied to whims of fashion? To trendy togs, must I invent some passion? Though you're the elder by some 20 years, it's you who dresses like the cavaliers. And now you'll find you won't be satisfied till everyone looks silly by your side. Must I wear a tiny hat with mammoth feather, exposed unto the winds of wind and weather? Or should I hide beneath a wig of blonde that looks like something rescued from a pond? A doublet, which won't reach to hide your gut. A collar, which well down your chest does jut. Sleeves that sample food at each buffet. Your breeches look like petticoats that way. And those tiny shoes, you dress up with laces till there are of your foot no traces. And then you wear those leggings on the legs which make you ambulate as on two pegs. And thus do grace and charm become a shamble and all get caught up in this awful bramble. No, brother, ere such foolishness I wear, I'd rather socialize completely better.
We must adopt the evolving mode, and not use fashion as a tool to goad our fellow man. It's this extremity that smacks of disdain, and not solemnity. The wise man won't repeatedly collide by struggling against the current tide. Now this is not to say that I endorse those fops who take up the contrary course, and seek to earn an honor or esteem, incorporating every new extreme. The failure to give wardrobe any scope will simply mark you as a misanthrope. Much better to accommodate the custom than stand alone bewailing you don't trust them. How better to explore the current vogue than all alone declare the world a rogue?
Oh, the vanities, a most addictive drug for one who sports white hairs neath his black rug.
I always note your tone of angry rage, which never fails to hint about my age, and seems to shift into some sort of blame, as if my age itself should be my shame. Should older men refrain from fair aesthetic, while crawling to the grave, frail and pathetic? Is age itself not so harsh and vile, that I must dress myself so out of style? Ooh.
However you might feel, I still intend to fail to follow this pernicious trend. I want a hat that stays up there while covering a little of my hair. A doublet which will warm my stomach more so than overcoats which don't protect the torso. Some pants that fit me well around the girdle and will not split when crossing slightest hurdle. Our father dressed this way till he was dead, and he who won't agree can turn his head.
If there is trouble, say the fault is mine.
What? Can't you even get away to die?
That is the rule. That's one rule you must break.
How glad you must be for his brother's sake, though fate matched you to one a bit more old. Such notions in his head do not catch hold.
How fortunate for once he went to sup, and neither dragged me with nor locked me up.
I'll send that pious brute off to hell!
Whither to, dear ladies?
Oh.
Please, do tell.
Well, we couldn't quite come to decide. It's too nice of a day to stay inside.
Well, the two of you may go enjoy the weather. Enjoy it on your own, or together. But you, my dear, will stay behind with me.
Good brother, do not let her go free.
Your servant.
You deserve some latitude.
I fear I do not share your attitude.
You will not let her, even with her sister.
She's better off right here beside her mister. I seek to live up to my obligation, protecting her from rude emancipation.
You think I failed to care for Leonor?
I'll give no criticism on that score. Their father trusted them to our good graces in knowing we would help them know their places. That we choose them as mates, or else ensure that neither fall prey to wicked lore. And thus, as father, husbands, we would twice see to it they are led by wise advice. And so, dear brother, you assumed that chore, while I resolved my mentorship needs more. You go, explore your foolish way to woo, but don't attempt to tell me what to do.
Now
No! I'll not have your misconstruing. What? Seems I'm the only one knows what he's doing. You let your girl run free in search of mice? For clothing! Lackey, maid. You pay a price. What's it to me if she should wander free, engaged by gloating gallants, glad with glee? That's fine. Do as you will. And yet my wife will follow my instructions for her life. She will dress in browns and grays of simple serge, and learn yet to resist that lavish urge. Indoors, she'll find a keen gratification with chores more suited to her quiet station. Some mending just might help to speed the clocks. For fun, she may just knit a pair of socks. Woohoo! I'll see to it no flatterer goes near her, and I'll be the only one to hear her. We find the flesh is weak, and thus adorns the foreheads of the meek with lengthy horns. And thus, since fate has picked her out as mine, her education is of my design.
You have no cause.
Oh, I don't want your opinion, not when I find you fleeing my dominion. Oh.
Now, sir.
Now you, madam, may go your own way. I have no desire to fight with you today.
You don't want me to visit Isabelle?
Quite frankly, no. You teach her all too well. She picks up all the impudence that's in you, and I should rather you just discontinue.
Let me too be frank, sir, in my turn. I know not if I echo her concern, but I would not abide such foul distrust, and would respond with all the strength I must. But should she so endure this awful blister, I don't believe that she could be my sister.
How could you act in a manner so inhuman when for a bride you say you are grooming? A woman might expect a man with quirks, but your behavior is worthy of the Turks. You can't expect your loved one has much honor after you should put such cold restrictions on her. Do you imagine that your rules restrict us, or that your foolish bondage may have licked us? The man's not built who a woman could not beat. And this could just encourage her to cheat. You take your chances. Either you disgust us, or find a way more joyfully to trust us. But when you intervene, you make it hard. Our honor wants to be the avant-garde.
Oh.
You almost make us hunger to transgress when you should lock us in with such duress. And if my man gave me such cruel suspicion, to cuckold him might be my foremost mission.
I see you are teaching heady skills. Does not this forward speech give you the chills?
Her sentiments should move us both to laughter. Instead, we have to peel you from the rafters. What does she plead for but a friendly freedom? But you send locks and angry looks to greet 'em. That virtue's not based on how well you hide them, but rather by the spirit that's inside them. A woman acts according to her honor, not by the shackles you may place upon her. I do believe the woman's not been found whose virtue's owed to lock and gate and hound. Since life occasions interims apart, A better watchdog is a happy heart. And as we can't watch over every second, with honor is a love much better reckoned.
Oh.
Now, I might be much more scrupulous like you if I believed all she lacked to do me wrong and give in to temptation was she'd not get hit on the occasion.
That's such utter nonsense!
Well, perhaps it is, but I still say for youth to have its biz, a gentle smile, a kind, forgiving chide will help to give them virtue as a guide. Thus have I led my darling Leonor. Where you berate, I find I just adore.